So I was sitting in a planning session earlier this week, or yesterday, I guess it is only Tuesday, but I was sitting in a planning session and we were talking through kind of the next several months going into around March timeframe through Q1. And I have just been feeling this like tension in my business. And I'm sharing this because I think it's helpful to communicate like real time what things are happening like in a growing business. And so maybe you can align with it because you're there, or you're not there yet. And that's kind of, your roadmap, like your path. I always look at businesses that are doing better than me, doing more than me, doing differently than me, so I can kind of like find pieces that are working and stay aligned with what is happening in the market. So anyways, we were in this planning session and we were talking through, okay, I have a very specific way that I sell every month. So I know for a fact how many clients I'm going to work with on any given month because of the way I've set up my sales strategy. So I have a marketing plan, which is like what it is that I need to like market to hit the goals. But then below that, I have a sales strategy and a content strategy, and they work together. So the sales strategy is what you will do to make more sales. Your content strategy is what you will post to get sales, get leads, grow. Your content kind of like solves all of those things. Your content strategy is not your sales strategy. I want to be very clear. Your content is not your sales strategy, okay? We have to separate those two. You can incorporate them, but they're two separate things. And so when we are looking, and I want you to ask yourself this question, when you're looking at how you can make more sales, the question was brought up, and my team member, she was like, well, how do you make your sales? Like, how do you make your money? And the very first thing my mind went to was, well, this product and this product. These are the two products. And so you might be thinking that too, like these are the products. But I don't want you to think about the products. I want you to think about the mechanism that you use to sell those products. So how did you already make sales? And feel free to drop it in the chat. This can be interactive. But like, how did you already make sales this month? What did you do to get those sales? And so you might say, okay, well, I posted, but chances are if you're selling anything over $100, like your post didn't just convert all those sales. Like there was either DMs, sales calls, webinars, emails, like there's all these things that you could do. And oftentimes when we're trying to make more sales per month, we like look in all these places and we're like, oh, well, I need to just post more, or maybe I should send out more emails, or maybe I need to like create a new product because I need to make more sales. Instead of saying, okay, what has worked in the past? Can we just do more of that? So one of the ways that I work with my clients, like, is to develop those entry points. So like, what are the entry points that you are using for people to move into your products and services? So entry points into your products and services are what you should be focused on social media. That's how they overlap. So you could have a masterclass that you sell. That can be an entry point. You could do free information calls. That could be an entry point. You could have an application. That could be an entry point. And so you want to have these entry points that you can rely on for sales. So the whole game with social media and selling is that you have to figure out your path that's going to be repeatable for you. Simply winging it every month is why people feel so overwhelmed, feel burnt out, like chances are you're just overwhelmed, you're not burnt out, and why you feel like, I'm going to get stung by a bee here, you are just constantly throwing stuff at the wall and like hoping something sticks. And then when it doesn't, then you change everything up and then so chances are you're focused on the wrong thing. And the smallest thing is usually the most obvious thing, which is what has worked will work again. So if you get more sales by getting people on sales calls, that's what you need to focus on, getting people into sales calls. If you do more sales with carousels, stop posting reels and stuff, like just post more effective carousels. Figure out what's actually working to drive those sales. If you don't know, that's when you need to talk to me and we can figure out what the gaps are and fill them with solutions. But until you actually look at how you are selling, you will never know how you can continue to sell or make more sales. So look at that first and then do more of that before you say something is broken. Chances are you just haven't done it enough times, said it enough time, like had more repetition. But that's ultimately, when I start to see like things slowing down or we need to get more results in the course of a month, I don't try to create new. I just try to look at what's working. Can we do more of that first before we come up with new ideas? And chances are it's going to be the thing that you actually want to do. Because 9 times out of 10, my clients will tell me when I get people here, I can sell them all day long. Like for the most part, it's like webinars or master classes or sales calls, information calls. And generally, those are converting anywhere from like 30 to 50%. And so it's like, why not just do more of that? It's working. Do more of that. Stop trying to like diversify so much. And then when you have that sales strategy you can like repeat every month, then your content becomes a little bit easier because you're just driving to those entry points. The entry points are in your sales strategy. Your content drives to it. So hope that is helpful in figuring out where to put your time. 3 of the biggest reasons you don't know how to make more sales is because you're not looking at your numbers. When people are converting, how they're converting. You're not looking at what you're saying in your content to drive to those entry points. And you're just simply like trying to create new versus focus on what you already have. So I'm going to go finish this beautiful breakfast and get started with my day.